Hi, how you doing? And welcome back to another video on the channel. What we have for you today is our top 5 FPL midfielders you should consider when planning your team. We've already done our videos for goalkeepers and defenders, so if you want to check them out, that'd be great. And let's get into it. So our fifth midfielder on the list is Kevin De Bruyne. Now, someone that's quite underrated, I think, in terms of FPL returns. He does tend to get a lot of assists throughout the season, and he's going to be assisting Haaland all year. So he does play for the top team in the league as well. And the fixtures look great, to be honest, at the start of the season. One thing will be the price point. When you've got a few cheaper midfielders you can get in, plus you're probably already getting Haaland in as well. So that kind of takes away the need for another Man City attacker, especially at a price of 10.5 million, but is someone that shouldn't be overlooked. I think if you can fit him in, maybe you're trying to do a team without Haaland in it as well. I think if that's the case, you absolutely need De Bruyne in your team. Number 4 is Mo Salah. Now, someone who has scored pretty much 20 goals a season, give or take, for about the last 6 years. He is someone that definitely flies under the radar. And just like De Bruyne, I think a large part of it is the price point. Let's face it, everyone's probably going to have Haaland in their fantasy league teams. So it kind of takes up a lot of the budget. And if you're going to have in someone like Salah or Kane or De Bruyne, you're really leaving yourself a bit thin on funds elsewhere. It can be done, but you're relying on a couple of players to really pull your team through. But who better to rely on than Mo Salah, someone that's shown he can do it consistently no matter what the occasion for a few years now. The fixtures look okay. That game against Chelsea away on the first game of the season will really tell us how Liverpool and both Chelsea are going to be lining up and how they look like they're going to be playing for the whole season. So I think that'll be a good sign to see whether Salah will be worth it. Number 3 on the list is Bruno Fernandes. He's someone who has gone down in price. I believe he's gone down about 1.5 million this season. He's 26.4% owned, which looks quite high, but I also think, when you're looking at ownership, you say, oh, he's 26.4% owned, that's so high. But really, it shows that only 1 in 4 managers have Bruno in the team, and 3 in 4 managers don't have him in the team. But I would say he's still a differential looking at it from there. I think you're going to compare him to someone like Rashford. Obviously, Rashford has the explosivity around him and can get more goals, but Bruno has been getting pretty much double digits goals and assists each for the last few seasons. The fixtures look okay, and I think with Casemiro behind him, he should be pushing on a bit. I think people are concerned that now Mason Mount's in, Bruno's going to be sitting a bit deeper and maybe assisting the assister. I'm not that concerned about it, and I think the price point, I think if you were saying he was 10 million, I'd say stay away, but at 8.5 million, I think he's worth a shout. Second midfielder on the list is Phil Foden, and he's higher than someone like De Bruyne, mainly because of the price point. 7.5 million is potentially a bargain for someone who could have a breakout season. I know every season we kind of say, oh, this is going to be Phil Foden's year, and then he ends up on the bench more often than not. But I really do think this could be Phil Foden's year. Now Mahrez is gone, there's going to be a space available, and there's going to be more minutes for someone like Foden. Fixtures, like we said with De Bruyne, look pretty good, and he plays for the best team in the league. So, I mean, if you're going to get someone in to complement having Haaland up front, I think, you could save 3 million and go for Foden instead of De Bruyne, and I think it could be worth the gamble this year. Our number 1 midfielder, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's been watching my videos so far this season, is it's going to be Saka. Just think he is fantastic player. If you priced him at 10.5 million, I'd still be saying get him in your team, which tells me that if you're willing to get someone in for a more expensive price, they're great value. Arsenal's fixtures look fantastic, and I do tip them to start the season really well. They've added players in the right positions, and Saka is someone who's just going to go from strength to strength. So let me know what you think about my midfielders list here. Is there anyone that I've missed off? I know some of them are quite expensive. This is really kind of if money is no object, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think. Is there anyone you'd replace them with? Have I got the order correct? Thank you very much for listening. If you are interested in catching our videos on goalkeepers and midfielders, they'll be in popping up right about now. and I will see you in the next one.